didn't see you there. Talk about a tired cliche. Welcome back to another video tutorial from Cove Worship. I'll be your host, Ben Edge, and today we're going to learn how to play First Loved Me. So it starts out with the slide guitar intro, but let's go ahead and just pay attention to the actual notes that we're going to be playing, and then we'll go ahead and introduce the slide. Basically, we're playing the melody of the bridge, just a little bit modified. So it sounds something like this. And then we do it again. Now notice I kind of stayed on one string, and I did that on purpose. When I'm playing the slide, it kind of makes it easier for me to stay on one string as opposed to jumping back and forth. You could just as easily play that in sort of a pentatonic kind of boxy shape. But for me, I end up missing with the slide, and it goes all out of tune. So we're going to start on the 7th fret, 2nd string. And we're going to go up 1/2 step to the 8th fret, 7th fret, and then here's where this little slide comes in. We slide from the 5th to the 7th, and then we just go back to the 5th. And then we're going to do kind of a bit of jumping here. We're going to go 7th, 10th, 12th, 10th, 7th, 5th, 3rd, 10th, 2nd, 5th. All right, so that's it, and then we do it again. So let's go ahead and first let's put the tone together. So this has got to be kind of airy, sort of ethereal. So we're actually going to use quite a bit of reverb this time. I'll go ahead and give you a thwack so you can hear the amount of decay. It kind of lasts for a while. Now we need to be careful that the reverb doesn't overcome the actual presence of the note, but you want it to get close. You want it to be really kind of smooth and mellow. Next thing is there's just a little bit of overdrive, tiny bit. I mean the overdrive knob on this little tube screamer of mine is turned all the way back. And then just quarter delay. Now let's go ahead and throw in the slide. There's some things to think about when you're playing a slide. First is you don't want to miss the fret. The slide is supposed to sit kind of right on top of the fret. So if you're a little bit behind or a little bit ahead, it's going to make the note sound out of tune. For that reason, I would encourage using just a normal delay, not a modulated delay. I actually tried using modulated delay at first, and it just kind of sounded too wonky. So what we're going to do, start here, straight. You don't want it sliding around too much because it's already got the effect of the slide. Really, the only slide is right here. Give that a bit of a shake so it's kind of got a bit of a vibrato on it. And then right here is this big slide from the 5 to the 7. So let's hear it all together. Just close out on that note right there because it fits in the next chord and it kind of works with the melody, and you just sort of let it die. Okay, so the next little thing is there's that nice little lullaby, kind of sounds like a baby mobile over your crib, little melody during the chorus, and it's actually in the turnaround also. So it's kind of like looking at a D chord, but up the octave. So we're starting on the 15th fret, up to the 17th. And then we go to the 15th. So 15th fret on the 2nd string, 17th fret on the 1st string. And then we go to the 15th fret on the 1st string, then the 14th fret on the 1st string. And then it's just back and forth between the 15th, 17th fret on the 2nd string and the 14th fret on the 1st string. So that's really easy. Here's what it sounds like all together. Be sure to be very gentle with your right hand. You don't want to... If you dig in too much, it's going to kind of lose the effect. It's supposed to be very light. That's the chorus. That's pretty much the whole song. Now, we do have on the bridge, there's kind of sort of a rhythm part, but it also kind of more contributes to the pad, like the synth pad. It's just this really simple little chord thing that I do. It kind of comes in sort of on the offbeats, and it just follows the chords on the bridge. So the bridge is... It's easy. It's just D, E minor, B minor, A. So I kind of play off of those chords and I do this. The chords change here. It goes 4 to 2, so it's a G chord to an E minor chord. And that's all it is. So basically think of it like the bar chord. And we're just not going to play that note. That's all we're playing. And then for the E minor, playing an E minor bar chord, easy. So we're just playing the 1, the 5, and then the 10th, or the 3rd up the octave. Here's that B minor, same B minor chord, it's just up the octave. And then an A chord, just up the octave. And remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and. It's on the upbeats. The only thing that gets a little wily is that G chord to the E minor chord. The G chord is just the same. Just like playing a bar chord, except this time I play it kind of like a G2, and then I move up to the 3rd. So it's if you want to look at it frets and strings, it's the 5th fret, 5th string, 10th fret, and then it's the 4th string, 12th fret, and then it's the 2nd string, 10th fret, and then you do the same thing, but you bring your pinky, you lay your pinky down on the 12th fret on the 2nd string. Now here's where it's a little weird. The chord is actually, it's kind of a stretchy chord. So you've got a bit of a stretch here. It's the 1st finger on the 5th string, 14th fret, the 3rd finger on the 17th fret, 4th string, 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 15th fret. And again, just like you did with the G chord, you lay your pinky down 2 frets up on the 17th fret. So it sounds like this. The last little element is I switch my delay over to a dotted eighth. And at this point, when you're contributing to the pad, it would be cool to use a modulated dotted eighth. It just kind of sounds sort of pretty. 4, 2. And that's it. That's all there is to this song.